Lord is explaining everything, all the secrets. And the secrets are ever open to one and all. So, yesterday we saw Maya tatamidam sarvam jagada vyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham te svavasthitaha. All this world is pervaded by me in my unmanifest aspect. All beings exist in me, but I do not dwell in them. This we have seen yesterday. Of course, somehow, क्या हो रहा है? इधर सुनाई नहीं दे रहा उन लोगों को देखो. अभी सुनाई दे रहा है? Hari Om. Are you able to hear me now? Okay, thank you. So somehow or other we came to understand by subtle logics all the world is within the truth, but the truth is not in the world. Why? Because that, of course, we have discussed so much yesterday. Of course, if we will discuss it for 1 month, even then it will not be captured by our dull mind. Somehow or other, we have accepted. We have accepted, and we have given the examples. The table is held by the floor, but the floor is not held by the table. Floor is not in the table. In the table. Table is, of course, held by the floor and floor. Other also example we had, the foundation. Foundation is holding the whole building, but building is not holding the foundation. Without the building, the foundation will remain. But without foundation, the building cannot remain. Akash and all the objects, Akash and Vayu. So in this way, somehow we have understood though God is all pervading, ever existing, absolute existence, so all the objects, so-called visible objects, they are in the absolute existence, but the existence is not in them. Yet it is something confusive. When it is all-pervading, so it must be inside the objects. When objects are there inside the existence, then existence should be in the objects, just as if the water holds the sugar is in the water, and water also in the sugar, isn't it? This is other example. So, it of course creates some confusion, but when we discussed all these objects are there in the absolute truth, no doubt we have to accept it. But these so-called objects, which are the creation of the Maya, which is not there, all these are imagination. That point we had discussed yesterday so clearly. So it is not there. And how can we say it is there in the truth or truth will be in it? All these are meaningless discussions. So, from the absolute point of view, from the all-round point of view, this world doesn't exist, so don't talk about it, where it is and what it is. It is meaningless to talk about the birthday ceremony of the barren woman's child. Meaningless. And other example also we can have. Yesterday we didn't discuss it. You see, the reflections are seen in what? In the mirror, opaque surface. But is it there inside the mirror? Yesterday we brought those glass cubes, paperweights. That also we saw. The earth is inside, the globe is inside the glass cube. But is it real? Some imaginations. So reflections are in the, it is seen in the mirror, surface of the mirror. And if 2-3 different reflections are simultaneously seen in the mirror, the difference and distance, difference in the distance of the objects we can also see in the mirror. Isn't it? Something is behind, something is a little away from the front object. That we can see in the mirror also, that difference of distance. But is there really some such thing? Is there difference in the surface of the mirror? And this is one example. It is all imaginary. We assume, we superimpose, the distance is there and the reflections are inside the mirror, which is totally wrong. And from other angle of vision, see, there are 3-4 different reflections in one reflection. One is little slightly visible. It is because the light behind you, you are standing on the mirror, front of the mirror, and behind you 3-4 lights are burning, say bulbs, 3-4 bulbs. So how many reflections of you will be seen in the mirror? As many lights are there, so many reflections will be in the mirror of one object, isn't it? You are standing before the mirror, and 3-4 different bulbs are there behind you. So how many reflections you will see in the mirror? One will be no. As many lights are there, so many reflections you will see. Yes. Try, experiment it.
In a mirror, opposite mirror, we will be able to see.
Of course, if one mirror is there and the other mirror is somewhere away from it, and that reflection is reflected in the other mirror, that is also there. And that reflection also again reflects in the first mirror. It will go on. That is how we gave the example of lens house. So many reflections, but it is not so. In reality, the object is one. So reflections within the reflection, and reflections are in the mirror, and mirror is not in the reflections. Yes.
So from a relative point of view, the objects also will appear different as per the intensity of the light which is falling?
Yes, yes. Surely. Surely. The brightness of the light.
Sun.
Huh?
With the sun, if it falls on the mirror, we will be not able to see the image.
Yes, let it be in a little angle. Then you will see. Everything is experimented. It is not only theory. So in this way, practically what we see all is confusion only. There is no clarity anywhere, and as such we can accept anything and everything which is not there. We talk of it. Today morning we were talking about that similar thing. When Suryajit Ji asked, we understand all these, and our Sikhidhwaj also made complications. I am able to understand, but I cannot hold it. There is no clarity in it. I am able to see how the seed plays the havoc, plays the all drama, but how to reject it? It itself is one doing all this one act play. If that is not there, no play is there. So how to renounce, how to give up this? This is the root. The root itself is the tree. And the root itself holds everything. In the 15th chapter of Gita also we see Urdhva Mula Madha Sakha. Urdhva Mula means what is the meaning? The absolute is the root cause. And that also we discussed yesterday. Absolute is not direct cause. It is indirect, supporting cause. Supporting cause. That means, that also we discussed yesterday, the presence, how the presence does the work, not the object, the presence of the object. In this way, somehow we have come to the conclusion, whatever God says, that is acceptable. Okay. There is no other go. Yes?
Maharaj, from a logical point of view, as per all-round vision, in this Avyakta Murti na, it is Murti, so
Ah,
it's a form. So when you usually in the previous sessions you shared manifested meaning name and form. So Avyakta means unmanifested, how the form would be there? Or should we understand?
that unmanifested form, exactly. Abhyakta murtina. Murta means manifested. Literally, murta means, that's how we say murti. When something is manifested in the stone, then we call it a idol or the object we want to see, God or something. When the stone is stone, there is no manifestation. It is perfect unmanifested. And then we try to take out some portions of it which is not needed. And first of all you have to draw some lines, and then unnecessary parts are taken out, and then the stone manifests as a murti, some form. Some form is imagined now on the stone, which is stone only. That is called murta, murti. Murti we say, अरे ये कृष्ण भगवान का मूर्ति इतनी सुंदर कहाँ से लाए स्वामी जी? हाँ, बोलते हैं ना, मूर्ति means what is having a form, whether imaginarily or directly, somehow or other the mind holds it to be a manifested form. The mind holds it. So mind is everything, mind is able to see everything through this help of senses. So when mind accepts it, then it is called murta. Murta means manifested. Abhyakta murtina, that is most complicated word. Abhyakta murtina, here he says unmanifested aspect. It is not form exactly, literally it is form. But indirectly it is the aspect. Aspect is not a form. See, the aspect of the fire is light, isn't it? Can you see the light? Can you hold it? Can you hear it? Seeing the light is not seeing the light really. Because we see the objects, comparatively you say it is seeing the light. Light is invisible. Can you see a ray of light going in some particular speed? So how do you say, I see the light? You see the objects by the help of the light. That is the reality. What we say, what we mean, what we understand, that is something is different from the other. And we say we understand. So in this way, our understanding is something confusive, and here abhyakta murtina means by the unmanifested form literally, by the word meaning. But the indicated meaning is the aspect of the unmanifested. That is what we were discussing yesterday, the presence of it. Just as the presence of the president does all the work, its coming information does everything. The president is coming, so all the works will be updated.
ये आप अव्यक्त जो बताया गया है वो हमारे माइंड से पार है या असल है ही नहीं?
When mind cannot understand that, how can it be told in some words? Mind has the language. Mind understands the language. If mind is not there, it is beyond speech also. No language can reach there. So what to say? That is what we were discussing. We every now and then discuss. The indicator is not the target. By the help of the indicator, we look at the target. So these words are meaningless, but it helps to understand the real meaning, indicated meaning. That is called in our philosophical language Lakshartha. Vachyartha is word meaning and Lakshartha is indicated meaning. They are totally different from each other. The pointer points out the particular city on the map, and that too, indicator is not the city, and that map also there is no city in the map. Everything goes on in imagination. We understand, yes, I have seen Vienna. Jatiranji was going to Vienna by train. He was talking to me. I am in the train. I am proceeding towards Vienna. I shall reach there soon. So you know where is Vienna? In Europe, in the little eastern part of Europe, not in the center, little north and east, there is a small country called no, Austria. Austria. The capital of Austria is Vienna. So he was going there. It is a center of Hindu culture. Mostly all the Hindu culture you will find there. And most of the propagators of Hindu religion, they have center in Vienna. So many great Mahatmas. We call great, who knows who is great, who is. So in this way, that Vienna I can see in the map, and I can imagine. I have not seen the city, but I can give you all the information about Vienna. All these are indicative knowledge or indirect knowledge, aparoksha jnana. And paroksha jnana, paroksha, indirect. Aparoksha is direct. In this way, avyakta murtina means unmanifested form, but it indicates the aspect of unmanifestation, unmanifested aspect. It is neither there, not it is reality, nothing is there. The city is not in the map nor in the indicator. It is just some color and some words. And you say, I have seen the city.
People are nowadays not talking about city, they are talking about distant ideas.
Are so many planets and space and so many things.
They are telling
They do spacewalk, and now they are booking place in the space, in the moon also. Yes, if there will be disaster in earth, then we shall go to moon and survive there. We shall take plenty of oxygen cylinders, because it is not there. There is no oxygen. Everything is getting ready. Anyhow, all these are, we have to understand, the indirect cause or supporting cause is the presence of the Absolute. Absolute is nowhere involved in the creation. There is no creation, and yet we talk on creation only because we are standing in the darkness. We are talking of the light. That is how we don't have real peace of mind, real satisfaction of the heart that I have understood it thoroughly. Nobody can say open-heartedly. We just understand something. Anyhow, now we come to some other complications. Because it is secret, the kingly secret. Yes, what a doubt you had. Okay, now come to our fifth sloka. Again, Lord gives another confusive statement. Nachamasthani bhutani pasyame yogam aishwaram. By making more complication, he is clarifying. Our Kalu is most chalu. Arey yaar, that is what we were discussing in the morning class. You were not there. Whatever we are discussing, it is all meaningless. Little satisfaction that we are doing something. At least we are not doing something wrong. We are not disturbing others. We are disturbing ourselves only. Our confusion. You see, I shall tell you the truth, bhai, whether you accept or not. Our Suryajit stayed here for 4 years continuously, and every day we will have serious discussions. Every day without fail. Bhagavad says, Gita, question answer, we will have serious discussions. All the logics, all the examples, stories, everything we bring and discuss. For 4 years. Afterwards he says, Swamiji, shall I tell my experience? I said, please, please. He says, before 4 years I had understood something, and now after 4 years I understood nothing. I said, my dear, I welcome you. The same case is with me. I had so strong belief on God in my childhood. I used to feel restless. I must see God. Now, now I have left that idea since long. Now I have no idea of seeing God, nor truly speaking, I don't know what is God. In my childhood, I was knowing something to be God, and I was restless to see God. And now I have lost that desire itself. And now I don't understand what is God, why to break my head. So I welcomed our Suryajit, and he said another statement he gave. I was thinking in the beginning, I have something I have to renounce. Now I think, now I have lost everything, what to renounce now? I am trying to renounce now. I have lost everything, whatever I had, understanding or anything that is I have lost. Everything is gone. Now I am nowhere. In this state of our being, sometimes some people go out of the path. They become non-believer on God. They go to the other path. Body is visible, so let us talk about the body. Why to talk of God, which is so complicated, not seen, unseen, unknown? So how to be reliable? Unmanifested. So why to be mad after that? Let us see, eat and drink, make merry. Nobody knows what happens to the being after death. This is how they go out of the track. This is the most dangerous state of the seekers. Some people go to depression also, without understanding it. All these bogus nonsense they say. You see, when you climb the mountain, say you have climbed all the heights and just little is left, say few meters, after that you will reach the top. But at that moment, you know how many people have died before reaching Everest? Just near the Everest peak, that point is most dangerous. The last, when you have seen the sports, the running race, some people go far ahead and the back persons, they keep up their strength, and in the end they run so speedily, they overtake everyone, and these fellows who are ahead, they will try their level best, and in 1 inch they will lose their position. First, second, third. In 1 inch, in the last moment, that is most crucial moment. So in the sadhak's life also this comes. This comes. One should be very, very careful. Here is needed the guidance of Guru, absolutely. being bewildered, what to do, what to think, where to go, everything is darkness only. Anyhow, now Lord says in the 5th sloka, Nacham asthani matasthani bhutani pasyame yogam aishwaryam bhutavrin na cha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Nor do beings exist in me. This is the real truth. In the first sloka, 4th, he said, Matsani sarva bhutani. Here says, Mastani nacham asthani bhutani. Just exact contradiction, just opposite to what he said in the 4th. Literally it is just opposite of it. How can you say it is not contradictory? You have to go to the depth of the meaning. Nacham atsthani bhutani pasyame yogam aishwaram. Here he clarifies. See me from the yogic eyesight. Ordinarily, for ordinary beings, the whole world, all the beings are visible in me, they exist in me. But in reality, nothing is seen in me. I am pure, absolute, perfect transparency, where nothing can be there. Pasyame yogam aishwaryam. Nor do beings exist in me in reality. So if I said, Maya tatamidam sarvam matsthani sarva bhutani, if I said this, it is just to say something to console the child. If the child is weeping, what does the mother do?
Tell him a lie.
Huh?
Tell him a lie.
क्या?
उसको एक झूठ बोलता है.
कुछ झूठ बोलना पड़ता है. To speak something which is not there. Hey, hey, keep silence, keep quiet, keep quiet. That Betal is standing at the gate. Is it? What for he has come? He wants to collect all the children who are weeping. He will hide his face and keep silence out of fear, somehow or other to console the child. Then of course you may explain if there is no ghost, there is no betal, nothing, just to console you. I just told a lie. Is it? So where did it go? Did it go? He went to jungle where from he came. So that little afterwards, if again he will, he has gone back. Because you kept quiet, he went back. So now the Lord speaks out the truth. This is the secret. Nata matasthani bhutani pasyame yogamaishwaram bhutabhrin bhutabhrit nacha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavana. I just imagine all the elements or the creation or the objects or the beings. Bhuta means all these. Bhuta means the basic elements, Chitya, Patej, Gagana, Samira, the earth, water, fire, air and sky. They are also called basic principles, basic elements, and Bhuta means ghost also. Bhuta means the past also, time. Bhuta means beings also. So it has got manifold meanings. Bhuta bhrit, nata bhutastho. Bhrita bhrit means supporting the beings. I just support. How do you support? Support is in different kinds. Holding and supporting, if somebody is falling down, then you hold him and don't allow him to fall down. But mentally also you support. Boats also you cast boats. Your opinion, by opinion also you are supporting. And by agreeing also you support something. Support has got also manifold meanings. I support not directly. My presence supports. That is the real meaning. When I am here, whatever happens, it is because of me only. That's how the Vedas declare, because of fear of the truth, all these creatures, all these great creatures, the sun, moon and stars and wind and fire, they do their duties. Whatever responsibility is given to them, all these gods, all these caretakers of different aspects, all these are imaginary aspects only. When I was building my castle in the air, the swastika ashram in the mind, I had different headings and different aspects. I gave charge to different persons also. Everything is imagination only. I called the Vishwakarma. I gave him the contract, and whatever he demanded for it, I agreed to it. All the agreements were done. So, can you show me the documents? Documents are also imaginations. Everything is imagination. And the building was so high, and that diamond was stolen by some great dacoits, and I rescued them. I didn't go to the court. I brought another diamond from other planet. I fixed it. My going to other planets and bringing all this imagination in imagination. But when you have started the imaginary building in the air, you have to imagine everything in sequence. Everything will be related with the other. Everything should have contact with the other. Then only your imagination is perfect, harmonious. That is how we say harmony in the creation is called dharma. There is no dharma, there is no adharma for the absolute. But relatively we have everything. Everything you cannot deny because you are in the relative world. Your being, your imaginations, everything, your understanding, your discussions, your opinion, everything is relative. I have a formula. If you ask something to me, I cannot give the answer. I know answer is wrong. So from absolute point of view, this is like this, and universally this is accepted by many in this way. Is it the real answer? This is how the great leaders, they don't come to the point, they don't answer the real question, they divert the subject. This is the secret. My dear, this is the secret.
But the leader knows the truth.
Pardon?
But the leader knows the truth.
Leader also doesn't know anything. He is in confusion only, and he makes more confusion to the others. And if I say something from my experience, of course you will split at me. Should I? Will you split? Tell me.
Splitting imagination.
All these scriptures are bunkam. They make more complications in the mind of the seekers. This is the reality. Scriptures, they make more complications. They make the complication more complicated. Then what is the purpose? Then why it is said you should follow the scriptures? Once I asked Krishnanand Swamiji, our General Secretary, who spent his whole life only on service to the ashram, to the Gurudev. Sometimes he has to give up his food and everything. Sleep also. He had to work. Once I asked him, when he was all alone, Swamiji, I have never seen you in all alone state. You are always doing something. You are never sit. You can delegate the work to others. So many people are there, they can do it. So he opened out his heart to me. Premanand, you don't know. I want to cross this mind. It wants something. So let it be tortured by doing all this. So a moment will come, it will never think of anything. It must be punished well. Whatever it wants, it should not be given. It wants to enjoy, it wants to rest. No, just cross it by giving work and work and work. Similarly, the scriptures, they make everything more complicated so that you will understand nothing. In the end, you will give up understanding. That is our whole target. Don't try to understand anything. If you give up understanding, then you will understand the truth. This is what I feel. I don't claim that this is reality. Sarvatyag. When you give up understanding what I feel, according to my individual opinion, I don't claim that I am telling you to accept it. But that is impossible. We cannot give up understanding. We try to understand. When I say give up understanding, that also you want to understand what is giving up understanding. That is the whole confusion. When I said give up understanding, then you shall start understanding what is giving up understanding. My Lord, nobody can help us. Helpless. Oh Gurudev. That is what we were discussing in the Yoga Vastage class. What is called the eminence? When you give up everything, when you renounce everything, what remains then? And what is that remnants? Shall I tell you a story? What is called remnants? In the morning I was telling the story of Dakshinamurti, how he explained the truth by silence. The story of Dakshinamurti and Sanat Kumar, etc., 4 brothers. And another simple example. What happened? A grown-up girl, she was married somewhere. After a long time, she came to father's house. After a long time. She was married somewhere far away. And at the time of marriage, the younger sister was not in the home. She was studying somewhere away. She had the exam. She could not come home for attending the marriage ceremony. So she didn't know who is her brother-in-law, and now she has come home. And now the elder sister also has come home. Both the sisters meet each other. And when the elder sister has come home, the brother-in-law with his many other friends, they have come to see off this elder sister, and they will remain in the house for 1 or 2 days, enjoy eating and drinking and everything, because son-in-law in father-in-law's house and all those friends. And in the morning time they were sitting outside in the courtyard under the tree, and they were just gossiping. And inside the room, near the window, these 2 sisters were sitting and gossiping. Now the younger sister asked the elder sister, "My dear sister, who is your husband? So many youngsters are sitting there. I don't understand, because I don't recognize my brother-in-law. So can you point out who is your husband?" Of course, elder sister cannot say anything. He is my husband, because this is not the efficacy. They feel shy. Newly married, and after a long time she has come home. So she kept quiet. And the younger sister points out one after another. She sees that boy who is sitting on the corner with blue shirt. Is he your husband? No. No. The next to him, is he your husband? No. Right side end, that boy who is a little taller than others and little thinner and having white pant and shirt. Is he your husband? No, no, no. And next to him, is he your husband? No. She goes on telling no, there is no feeling of hesitation. There is no hesitation to say no. But when the younger sister points out the exact husband, then can she say, yes, he is my husband? He just, the elder sister just keep quiet, and she bends down with sigh. She cannot say, yes, that is how the reminiscence is the truth. It is said, it is expressed by silence only. This is how the truth can be only expressed by the language of silence. Whatever we say, nothing is right. Nothing is real. That's how always it is said, you must look at the indicative meaning but not the word meaning. The scriptures can never directly express it, so all the language of the scriptures are indirect. That's how it creates complications. For the ordinary people, scriptures are just confusions. How intense desire you should have to understand the real meaning of the scriptures. That's how the Lord is telling you the secret. What is the secret? People say in this way, I also say you that all the beings dwell in me, but it is not the reality. If you see me by your yogic sight, one-pointed mind which can see something beyond the mind can see, then only you will understand all these are bogus nonsense, meaningless, and there is no world, there is nothing. And to tell something, I have to tell, yes, I am the all-pervading existence, so everything must be in me. Understood now? Nor do beings exist in me in reality. Behold my divine yoga. See my universal form where there is no form. Can you understand anything from his universal form? Which is right, what is wrong? When you see thousands of objects at a time, at one place, at one time. What is real? This is what is called universal form. So he says, my divine yoga supporting all beings, but not dwelling in them. I am not at all involved with all these creations. This is myself, the efficient cause of beings, the real cause, which is causeless cause, which is never seen. It is causeless cause. It has got no effect. The causeless cause will not have any effect. So, indirectly he says, all these are imaginations. When you see me, all these will vanish. This is what happened with Dhruva. In path of devotion also, all these points are given in very secret methods. When we hear the stories, we don't understand the meaning of the stories. When Dhruva realized, he saw as solid as we see each other, the form of Lord Vishnu inside his heart. Because the word, the mantra got the form. This is how the whole sound only has all these names and forms of the creation. Sound is the primordial cause of this so-called creation. Sound takes a form. Sound takes a form. It has tremendous effect, influence on every object, because all the objects are the outcome of the sound only. All the gods will have some symbol of sound. So, what happened? When Dhruva saw him within his heart, he forgot everything, then nothing else can be seen. So he forgot himself also. He was in Bhava Samadhi. And Lord has to manifest outside also. And Lord Vishnu stood before him in a form as you have imagined of him, as this sound creates the form. So, Lord Vishnu stood before him and touched his head by his conch and disturbed him, brought out from his Bhava Samadhi. And then he saw outside also, opens his eyes, saw Lord Vishnu standing before him, the same which was inside, he is outside also. This is how a proof Vishwam Darpan Drishyamana Nagari Yatha Tulyam Nijantargatam. Whatever you think, it projects out and you see all these, your inner imaginations with forms and names. To prove this, in the path of devotion also, this is the truth. There is nothing outside. So Lord Vishnu disturbed his samadhi And when he saw Lord Vishnu is also outside, then he was speechless, spellbound. What to say, what to do, bewildered. Yes. So Lord Vishnu asked, my dear, ask me, what do you want? You are meditating on me only for some need. What was the need? Now tell me, I shall fulfill your need. Ask me any boon you like. So what did Dhruva reply? Oh Lord, you are here with me. What else I need? He forgot the whole story of his coming to jungle and his will to sit on the lap of the father. All these, he forgot everything. The world is not there. No desires, no mind, no past, no future, just the present. That, of course, Lord could understand. So he said, my dear child, your will be fulfilled. I will give you such a place where from you will never move. That is the pole star, the absolute constancy, the center of the universe. The center never moves. The eternal constancy. So this is how our mind gets God realization. When everything is forgotten, everything is invisible to you, then you realize what is God, and that is within and without. There is no question of any inside or outside. This is what we can understand from the story of Dhruva. Prahlada also same thing, in different way. So, that is what Lord Krishna wants to explain. Oh, this is whatever you think, whatever you do, my dear Arjuna, is just some bogus nonsense. It has got no meaning. And you are giving so much meaning to all this. Oh, you have so much knowledge about social law and order, and if you fight out this battle, many will die, and there will be disharmony in the law and order of the society. You will be cause for it. All these are nonsense. Neither you are there, nor these enemies are there. If you can understand this, hatva pisa iman lokan na hanti na nibadhyate. These wise men who have realized the self, have they not ruined this world? Have they not set fire into this world? So are they not the greatest sinners? Because for them there is no world. But they are the greatest personalities. So if you can destroy the whole world, even then you are not a sinner, but you are a righteous man. Don't kill one or two. Kill the whole world. Set fire. Let the world go to hell. What does it matter to you? But can you do this? My dear, Arjuna could do it for a moment, as long as Krishna was there with him. He also forgot all these. After a long time, Arjuna again asked Krishna, somewhere in some solitary place when they were together, my dear Lord, I have forgotten whatever you said at that time in the midst of the battlefield. At that time I was quite aware of it. Now I have forgotten. Can you repeat it? Lord Krishna said, I also have forgotten the situation, and the moment will draw all these out. And then, of course, Lord Krishna went on telling him, that is called Anugita, Anugita. But it is not as interesting as Bhagavad Gita. Because here, Arjuna was in mood and Lord Krishna was in full mood, in universal form. Whatever came out, it is not from the personified Krishna, it is the absolute Krishna. It is the words from the above. So tomorrow we shall see further. Now it is enough for today. It is over time. These slokas are very, very complicated. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Gita Mata ki jai. Hari